Data forever. Bolava, man. Technology, man. I just can't work it out sometimes. My phone runs out of memory and it says to me, not enough storage, please delete. So I have to go and delete all the files and mainly the files that I've done videos. And so there you go. So I can do this. How much time we got left? Okay. We'll finish by then. We were talking about my parents as the head Goaches. Yeah, man. They're the head Matai of the family, and I learned very quickly, very quickly from their coaching styles, and certainly back then it was the school of hard knocks, man. But I realised what these two coaches were doing, man. They just were doing their best for me so that I can do my best because they loved me and they wanted me to, to do well. And that's the, I reckon that's the holy grail for coaching is, doing your best so you can bring out the best potential in your players, whoever you're coaching, man, so that they, they achieve in life, not only on the court, but off the court. So, first two coaches, mum and dad, especially dad, he's the head coach, the head Matai, yeah, and I'm a chief as well, but just not one of those chiefs. All right, let's get back to it, man. Just wanted to finish off this segment with the coach. So, had a lot of different coaches in my playing career. Then are some really, really, really knowledgeable and Yoda type coaches, and I had some real shit ones too. But hey, Dave McCalman, he was one of my very first coaches. Oh, sorry, let's go back before that. Atasimi. He was my dad's friend. See, my dad he could play ball, but every time I went to the YMCA, wasn't the 360 slam. He wasn't from Philly. He was from Whalesi'u, and Uncle Seni and Goaloa. Man, he was a good player. I remember him back in my days watching the Bears and the Lions and the Tigers and their outfits. They were cool back then, purple, green, red, and Atasimi was another one. So Uncle Seni and Uncle Fele, man, what an athlete he was. I used to go to Grayland Park and watch them do and he used to run there. And man, he used to win everything. Uncle Fele, he was such an athlete and such inspiration to my life. But Atasimi, Uncle, he used to come and have Bible studies with Dad, and then would hear them, because we just in the back. So when they finished, then Dad would call us through and we'd go, and then Uncle Simi would talk to me, Stephen and Manoa, and he'd say to us, it's one hell of a thing. The baseline, and oh man, it was one hell of a thing. He was right, man. So, Uncle Atasimi, what a legend he was, man, and what a basketball player was, just, oh man, his coaching style was all from here, man, all from there. It was awesome, to have a mentor and a first coach like Atasimi. And then I went to my high school and I had a coach there who didn't know nothing about basketball, but once again he had the love for us because, we learned a lot from each other. He was awesome. I later was, remained in contact with Mr. Stephen McKenzie, the only teacher who cared for me at Rutherford High School. And sorry about stealing your cigarettes. And thank you for taking a group of boys that, man, we could have won the Nationals, man. We were co-champions with Kelson boys that year, but some of us too naughty, man. Sorry. And we could have been a good team, but thank you for your, the way you coached us, man. You just kind of let us go while we were young. And back then, man, it was hard to play basketball. Rugby was the the number one sport in Radford High School. So Mr. Stephen McKenzie, he was gay, and went to his 50th with Rose one day, and I was just holding on to Rose. But Steve McKenzie, man, best teacher I've ever had, best first coach high school teacher, and yes, man, he had a Samoan boyfriend, and Samoan boyfriend ripped. Oh, sorry, Stephen, Samoans, man. Anyway, he was my coach, and he taught me. And then I started to play Dave McCalman. Man, what a matter basketball. He was a really good coach, man, and we formed a beautiful relationship back then, and we still do. You know, Dave and Annie at Waihi, I go there. Haven't been up there for a while, so man, Dave was a brilliant coach. And because he was in a wheelchair, man, he had to scream, in the game situation, if you can imagine. And man, you could hear him, man, especially my name. Hey, guy! Yeah, so having fun with Dave and his coaching style. Kenny Mack, man, when I played for Wellington, he was the head coach. Everyone else is just puppets, and Mac would be the one that rule things. And yeah, man, what a coach! He passed on a lot of knowledge. Johnny Welch, I forgot Johnny. Johnny was an awesome coach, and he taught me so many things about life as well as basketball. Playing with him, and man, he came from some of the best schools. UNLV, running Rebels. He was a assistant coach in their coaching lineup, and then came here and played, and then went over to be assistant coach in the NBA with the Denver Nuggets. And thanks for your knowledge, John, as a coach, and once again a different coach, Brett Brown, another coach that came here. He taught me a few things as well, which was great. I mean, he ended up with the NBA with the Philadelphia 76ers, and also coached the Australian national team. So, having all this knowledge, man, I feel just trapping inside of me, instead of sharing that, I think is criminal, man. Because, man, I learned a lot. There's Benny Anthony and Ronnie Joyner. I was coached under them. Alan Ovens was another coach. These Don Orndorff from Boys Town. What a coach he was. Boys Town, there was a lot of youth social employees that were basketball players. Don Orndorff, Benny, Ronnie, James Redwine was there. John Divbig, he was Boys Town. Another great coach. And he taught me a few things as well. Just passing on that knowledge. Having been involved with these guys. Steve McKean, another great coach. One of New Zealand coaches. It's another story. But there are good coaches and there's some real fake ones. But hey, you see me work them on. And just finishing off, with me is the coach's integrity. 5 players, man. You want to play everyone, and sometimes when you're a high school coach, your parents will come to you and, where's my son playing? And if you're a coach that it's all about participation, Kiwi sport, let them play, let them enjoy, now with me it's winning, and I say to my parents who came in and were concerned about my coaching style, I'd say to them, when Johnny starts to show me in practice, Johnny will be on the court, because I take all my guns to war. That's my coaching philosophy, and I only rotate 7 or 8 players, and that's basketball. It's cruel, man. I remember crying when I was a young fella on the bench, to get court time, and I realised if you want to be on that court, man, you have to have some integrity yourself and, train harder than everyone else, learn the skills, and lots of players didn't know that the number one skill in basketball isn't dribbling, passing, dunking, rebounding. dribbling. It's none of that, man. It's listening. And when you're a young fella, man, and the lights on you like I was, and flipping, you go out there and play with the best players, and you learn from the best coaches. Man, I'm blessed to have that sort of lifestyle. So, yeah, I think this episode 2 is finished. Sorry about the little click, but I've got to get a good phone, man. This bloody, I need a phone. So, I just want to leave you with this on this coaching segment, man. You learn different things from different coaches. So take what you need from the coaches you need and apply that to your own basketball playing or basketball philosophy. There was a saying that says a good coach